everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's DIY is a request. One of our YouTube family members requested a high-end checkerboard. So today I'm going to make one in front of you, and I'm also going to explain to you how you can use Dollar Tree products to replicate what I'm making today. Okay, so let's get started. I have some of these acrylic discs that I found at Amazon.com, and they are really pretty and clear. They come with a protective layer on each side. So once you pull that all the way off on each side, it's completely clear. So these are going to be our game pieces. I'm using a total of 48 of these. That'll be 24 of each color. I'm going to keep one set clear, and the other set I'm going to paint with frosted paint. So we're going to have frosted and clear. But we'll get to that in a minute. I have this board, really big. I picked this up from Home Depot, and it was about $4 and some change. It measures 2 feet by 4 feet and is 1/8 of an inch thick. In order to make my checkerboard, it needs to be 8 rows in all 4 directions. And each row will be 2 inches thick. So therefore, I need to make this 16 inches all the way around. First thing I want to do is go ahead and measure this board and then cut it. So now take your blade and score. Be very careful. You can also have it cut at Home Depot, and that's what I would recommend. Apply pressure, but be very careful. You do not want to cut yourself. Line it up with the very edge of the table and pop it. Now just clean up your break with some scissors. So now we have our checkerboard. Let's check it again. Okay, one side is a little bit longer, so I do recommend letting Home Depot cut yours. What I want to do is add some tower blocks to it. I want this to make this a little bit more sturdier, and I want it to sit up off the table a little bit more. I don't want it to be just flat. So I'm just going to get some wood glue and start gluing these down. This is the rough side, so it's going to be the bottom. So I'm just going to start by putting some blocks in each corner and just start gluing these down. Okay, I'm doing it this way because it's uneven here. So if I do it this way, it can easily tilt. But by doing this way, it stands a better chance of laying straight. Okay, as you can see, I'm done framing it. So now what I want to do is just put some blocks in the center so that it don't cave in. I'm not going to fill in the whole entire space. I'm just going to put some in there. Okay, so now I'm done. I'm going to allow this to sit up and completely dry. And while this drying, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm going to do with the actual squares that's going to go onto the board. Okay, so now let's talk about Dollar Tree products. Now you can create this board using Dollar Tree foam board. What I would do is remove the paper from the outside of the foam and glue 2 pieces together. Therefore, you would need to cut 2 pieces the same size, 16 inches all the way around. Then glue the tower blocks on the bottom, just like this. Now, as far as game pieces, I showed you the disc that I'm using. I'm using clear and I'm using frost. Let me show you what that looks like. Here's what it looks like after I spray paint one of them with this frosted glass spray paint. And I picked this up from Michael's. Now, you don't have to use that. You can do your pieces any color you want. You can go with the traditional red and black if you want to. Jazz it up a little bit with some glitter. Make it a little bit more blingy. But for me, I'm going with the frosted and the clear. Now, as for the squares, I have some mirror squares that I picked up from Amazon. But these are plastic. And they come with a protective cover, and you just pull that back. And adhesive on the back. When you pull the protective covering off, it looks like this. I went ahead and took the protective covering off and put some frosted paint on some of these as well. So I have 32 with frosted paint and 32 mirror. I forgot how much these cost at Amazon. Again, I'll link them below and I'll have the price there if you need it. They weren't too expensive. As far as Dollar Tree, I would get one of these serving platters, cut it all the way out, cut off the curved edges, and then cut out my squares. I went ahead and did that ahead of time. Here's the back of it. See, it says turkey tray, and this is what they look like. And again, you will need 64 squares, and you should be able to get about 70 from 4 trays. So $4, you'll be able to get all the squares that you need. I did the same thing with these. Here's the back, and here's what these look like with the frosted paint. Here's what the ones from Amazon look like with the frosted paint. They're really close. Okay, so you can do that if you want to use the Dollar Tree products. Again, make the board using 2 pieces of foam board, then connect the tower blocks. Get the turkey tray, cut it, make your squares. And as for the play-in pieces for the Dollar Tree board, you can use these checkers that I found at Dollar Tree. You can use them just like they are. I would spray paint one set white and then the other set silver. Make it more in line with the board if you're going to do the frosted and mirror look. So yeah, if you decide to go with the board that I'm making for the DIY and using these clear discs, you can add some crowns on them if you want to. I had my daughter to make me some crowns on her Cricut. Here's what it looks like on the frosted and clear. If you want to personalize it a little bit more, you can use your initial. Here's a B for Beverly. You can make it really fun for gift giving. So you can use any kind of decals. If you have someone into race cars or cartoon characters or whatever, you want to make this for a child, you can put any type of sticker that you want on top of here. It does not have to be a crown. You can just personalize it to them. That's what's so special about this board. I'm either going to get more crowns made or some diamonds to represent the bling that I love so much. So yeah, now it's still drying on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is go outside and spray paint the silver. I'm going to spray paint the sides and around the edge. I'm not going to worry about the center too much because it's going to be covered with my squares. I'm going to do that, come back, and then go on with the board. Okay guys, I'm back. And here's what it looks like after I spray painted the silver. I did all the sides. And I'm going to cover those a little bit later. So now I want to go ahead and start adding my squares. Now my square pieces, they come with adhesive on the back. I don't know how well it's going to stick. So I might end up using some fix-all glue with it just to make sure it stays in place permanently. What I want to do is just line them up first and go from there. Okay, so as you can see, I have a little bit of a lip on this side. So like I said before, I did not cut it accurately, but that's fine. Honestly, I wish I had gone a little larger just so I'd have that extra lip all the way around. So rather than 16 inches, I'd probably do 16 1/4 inches. Okay, so I'm going to remove the back off this towel, then see how well it sticks to the board to see if I need to add any extra adhesive. It's not too tacky, so I'm not sure. Okay, that's pretty good, so I don't think I need to add any extra adhesive. So I'm going to go ahead and start gluing these down. Here's what the first row looks like. So now let's go on to the second row. Here's what it looks like with 2 rows. So now I'm just going to go ahead and complete this off camera and then come back. Okay guys, I'm back. As you guys can see, I'm done laying my pieces on my board. Really like how it's turning out. Off camera, I went ahead and trimmed the sides with the 10mm size mirror tiles. And I didn't do this side. Let me prop this up here. So here I have my 10mm mirror tile. Here's a strip that I already cut. So all you need to do is put this right on top. So that's how that looks. And again, I did this on all 4 sides. For the sharp corners, I'm going to take a strip of bling and glue it there on each corner. And I'm also going to add a strip of bling all the way around my board. So I'll go ahead and cut the pieces, come back, and we'll start gluing it down. Okay, so I'm done adding the bling on the sides, and I've already went around here. I put 2 rows of bling there. I use a popsicle stick to put down a thin layer of the fix-all glue. Just like that, my board is complete. Look at that, isn't it pretty? So now I'm going to let the glue completely dry and then get to work on our plain pieces. Okay guys, I'm back, and now I'm working with the game pieces. Now I'm going to do 24 of each color. 12 of each color will have a sticker. And as you can see, I decided to go with the crown. Okay, so my daughter was able to download the crown from the internet and then used her Cricut to make them for me. Just pull them off. Then I like to use a tweezer to help me place it in the middle. Just like that. Now there's a clear layer on top. And I have lotion on my hands. So I'm just going to use my fingernails to get it started. And just remove that. Now I'll do one on here. So now when you're playing the game, if you need to get crowned, you put the crown right there on top. That way you know you have 2 pieces. Because if you just stack 2 regular pieces together, it's not as cute, I don't think. So yeah. That's how I plan on using them. And here are the rest of the pieces. Okay guys, to completely finish everything off, if you're going to give this as a gift or keep it for yourself, you want to give it a finished, professional look. So here I have some felt, and for some reason I believe I got this from Dollar Tree a while back. So what you want to do is just glue some felt to the bottom of your board so that the bottom will move smoothly across your table. You can even add some bumpers once you add the felt to the bottom of your game board. It's really up to you. So all that I'm going to do is start gluing this down with some hot glue. So now I'll take my really sharp scissors and just come down here and trim the very bottom. Okay, so here's what it looks like after I'm done. Now if you can get a sheet that's big enough to cover the whole shape, that would be perfect. Now you can also add some of these little bumps, little feet, to the very bottom, 1 in each corner, or maybe 1 in each corner and then in the center as well. But unfortunately I only have 2. I might have some more around here, but who knows. But I'm definitely going to add some feet to the bottom of my game board. Okay guys, so now you've seen everything. I'm going to go ahead and clean up my board, make it all sparkly and shiny and blingy, put it on display and let you guys see what it looks like. And as promised, here's my gorgeous high-end checkerboard game. I really love the contrast between the mirror and the frost. But most of all, I love the size of it, and it's perfect for displaying on my coffee table. It's perfect as a conversation piece, but I'm not just going to have it for display. I will be using it this upcoming Thanksgiving, as well as my DIY Glam tic-tac-toe board. And if you'd like to learn how to make that board, I'll link it below in the description. Okay everyone, this concludes my DIY. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay everyone, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.